Well, I just started and I think I'm already addicted to furniture flipping. My house is an absolute disaster. It looks like the thrift store in here. If you didn't see my last video, make sure you go check that out. You will see how much I sold this table for that I got for free, which is insane. Today I have like quite a few things that I thrifted. Most of this stuff I got in a matter of just a couple of days. So here's this green chair. I actually have another one of these out in my car. This actually reclines. I got both of those for $40. My boyfriend just came home with this. This is an office chair that he thrifted on his way home from work. And he got this for $20 and said, how much did you say it went for? Like 200 online? Okay, so this piece is actually an old sewing table. I don't really feel like it looks like that, but if you look inside here, there's no sewing machine, and my boyfriend actually took some of the insides out. So this chair, I feel like I paid $7 for. This is something that I'm gonna rip the skirt off of. I know sometimes you can rip these skirts off and you'll find really cool like mid-century modern legs underneath. I know that I paid $10 for this one. Also gonna try to rip the skirt off this one. The chairs are a little dusty, but other than that, there's really no damage on them. So the upholstery is in really good condition. They're still really comfortable. There's like no stains. Even for this light blue color, which I feel like is really crazy, I'm surprised there's no stains on that. This table I think is probably the worst purchase that I made. I do like it, I think it's really cool, but there is like some splitting in the wood here. And also on the back, this wood is kind of like peeling off, which I don't think matters that much because it's on the back. But this table, I paid $13 for it. And I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to sell this for. So we'll see what ends up happening there. I'm sure I can at least break even. As you can see, there's furniture in like every freaking corner of my house right now. It's driving me crazy. I wanna get some of this stuff out of here. This is a mirror that I found. I know wicker is really popular in like boho, whatever right now. I don't particularly like this, but it's a full length mirror that I got for $6. It's a little bit dusty. I'm gonna try to clean it up as best as I can. I think I'm even gonna give it a new fresh coat of white spray paint just to make it look like really good. And this chair is something that Hooman would really like to throw out to the dumpster, but I think it has like a pretty sleek modern look to it. So I'm gonna at least try to sell it for like 20 bucks. I think that's gonna happen. And then this is a cane rocker. So I know that this chair is, I think this is like a knockoff kind of a really expensive chair. This I got for $30, which is kind of high, but I see these going, even the knockoffs, for like $200 to $400. I think I'm gonna try to list it like 100 just so maybe I can move it a little bit faster, but we'll see. I don't know, like really all of this is just experimenting because I'm really new at this. I don't really know how to price things necessarily, so I'm just gonna go with it. And if I have to lower prices to get rid of stuff, because ultimately I don't want to hang on to this, because you saw what my house looks like. Like I can't keep it like this or else a storage unit is in my future, which maybe that might happen. If I decide I really like furniture flipping, I will for sure get a storage unit. So what I'm gonna do now is try to kind of move some stuff around. So like I might pull this couch out from the wall and maybe stage a couple things there. Entryway table area, I'm definitely gonna put a couple things there and take some photos and just make everything look as nice as I possibly can. So I have this table set up here. We moved that other dresser out of the way. I think this looks really nice here. So, I mean, there's some paint spots on here that I tried to get off already, but I used kind of an intense cleaner. It took off a little bit of the stain, which is not good, but it was like green paint, so that's probably better than the stain. And you know what? I'm seeing like a lot more dust here now that I'm really looking at it. There's also this right here. As you can see, it's kind of loose, but there's a nail in here. I think I can nail that so that it will actually be tight and that it won't droop down like that. So we'll see if that works out. And then, yeah, I'm gonna set some stuff on the top of it and and stage it and take some good photos of it. I have to admit that I am not nearly as enthusiastic about this as I was yesterday. So it is a new day. We spent about 3 hours last night fixing everything up, staging it, taking pictures, a lot of furniture moving around the house. It took a lot longer for me to list things than I anticipated. I want to kind of run through and show you what's happened, and then also kind of show you my listings and what the photos ended up looking like. So this table, I had so many people reach out to me. I clearly probably should have listed that higher. I think the photos look really nice. It looks good against that blue wall. And I ended up selling that. They're planning to pick it up today. I sold it through Venmo. Nobody's come yet in person to look at anything. I did sell one other thing with Venmo, and I'll show you that in a second. This is getting a decent amount of messages too. This little side table, you know, I think it looks okay. It is a smaller piece and the damage looks kind of bad in the photos, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. So we'll see if I ended up getting 30 out of that. This rocking chair, you can see, I don't know if you know, but in Marketplace, you can actually see your insights. So you can see right here, it says 41 listings are listing views, 1 listing save. And then I'm going to click on it. I think this photo looks really good of it, but I have no messages about this just yet. So something that I did decide was to actually take some of the bigger items, things that are 100 and over, and post them elsewhere. So I posted on OfferUp, and then also Craigslist, which my only message from there was definitely a scammer. So I'm not too thrilled with either of those yet. I did sell this office chair, this chair that was going to the dump. It sold so fast last night, like almost immediately after I posted it. I got the full $30 for it. Somebody's doing a porch pickup today. So basically with people that have been reaching out to me, I'm kind of encouraging them to go ahead and pay for it, and then either do a porch pickup where, if you don't know what that is, you just leave the item outside on the porch. They come in, it's contactless, a lot safer during COVID times for somebody to come and do that. I think people prefer that anyways. These wingback chairs, you can see I initially listed these at 200. It says 100, but that is technically just for one chair. I don't think these look particularly good with my setup. This is just not the style that I have in my house, so I just don't have a really good way of showing those, and that could ultimately, I think, hurt me. So I'm doing 100 for each or 160 for both, but I thought I might get some more people to click if it just said 100 on the post. So that's why I did that. That's something else that I've listed other places too. We'll see how that ends up working out, but you can see I only have 10 listing views on that, so maybe nobody wants wingback chairs. This tan velvet chair, I've had, I think, okay, you can see right here. I've just had one person reach out to me for that. She offered me, I think, 60. So he paid 20 for that at the thrift store. I am going to hold on for just a second because I actually posted this one today. I don't think it looks that great in the photos. And there is this red mark on it. But I mean, he was super ambitious about it just because it was originally a $200 chair, which I did include a screenshot of that in the listing. I'm not sure if that's really going to help or if people even really care about that. I personally don't think I would pay $80 for this chair. I think 60 sounds more reasonable, but I had to talk him down. My boyfriend, he wanted to list it at 100. I had to talk him down to 80. So we'll see. And yeah, so really at this point in time, I have listed everything with the exception of this like golden brown chair that's behind me, the baby blue chair that I showed you, and then also the wicker mirror. So I have a little bit of work to do on all of those. All right, so I have to admit that this isn't necessarily my idea. I mean, it is my idea, but I originally saw this on a YouTube channel. It's called Sarah and Jamie. They have a lot of videos about furniture flipping. You should go check that out. But I already started pulling at this a little bit, so you can see that that part is going to come off easy. I've seen other people doing this, and they're usually using some sort of vice grips. I'm going to use these. I think they're wire cutters. This may not work for me, but let's just have at it. Of course, that's just gonna cut it. So this part is, ooh, that's really sewn on there. I think they're normally stapled, but, oh, that's so easy. Nice. Okay, I don't think I wanna use these wire cutters to get the staples out. So I will probably, I think I have some needle nose pliers. So I'll probably just use that to actually get the staples off. Let's see how hard this is. It looks like these staples are kind of coming out a little. I bet it would be better if I had a better tool for this because I'm just ripping it, which is annoying. Let's try. Okay, yeah, that comes off easy. I wonder if I like potentially even save this. Like if for some reason the chair, no, I'm not saving that. I am not saving that. This is actually a little bit harder than I thought it would be. This is not, I mean, it's not bad by any means, but I kind of thought all the staples would come with it and I wouldn't have to mess with it, but it looks like I'll have to mess with it at least a little bit. You can see I have removed a lot of staples. Most of them have been pretty easy to come out, but as you can see, like, I mean, I think when you rip the skirts off, they typically just kind of look unfinished, but I really hate the glue here. And then there are just some spots that the glue looks really, really bad. I don't think it's showing up on camera. There's still actually a lot of staples in here. So I have decided that I'm going to put in a little extra work, and I think I'm actually going to glue this back on because, I mean, it really looks better with it. And it looks like I didn't actually rip the skirt off of it. So the glue didn't work. I actually ended up stapling it, which seemed a lot more secure anyways, so we're good. I just wanted you to see how good this blue chair turned out. So I was able to rip the skirt off of this one. And as you can see, there's actually kind of this neat wooden base underneath. I sort of like it. I think it looks good. But this blue skirt ripped off so much, come on, easier than the other one. And there's no residue or anything like that. So I wanted to hop back on here. Everything has sold. Most of everything that I showed you in this video was all sold within a week. There were a couple of items, the brown chair and I think the wingback chairs, those took a little bit over a week. So not bad at all. The green wingback chairs ended up selling for $100 for both. So that's a little bit lower than I was expecting, but nobody was really interested in them. I actually sold those on OfferUp. The tan office chair sold really quickly. Like I said, I bought that for $20. I sold it for $60. The brown chair got so much attention, but I was having a really hard time getting anyone to follow through. So with most of these items, if they didn't sell quick, I was just kind of slowly lowering the price. I think I started out at $80 for that brown chair. And keep in mind, I only paid $8 for it, but I ended up selling it for $50, which I still feel like is pretty decent. I'm not mad about that. I just held on to it for longer than I expected to. The blue chair sold for $85. Not horribly surprised by that one because it was in fantastic condition and kind of like a trendy color, I feel like. The wicker mirror, I bought that for $7, sold it for $50. The black office chair I bought for $10, sold for $30. The cane rocker, I also got less for that than what I expected, but I still think I sold that within a week. And that I bought for $30, sold it for $80. So all in all, my total sales were $505. I spent $138 on the goods, I guess, that I ended up selling, which if you watch my last video, I actually feel like I didn't really spend anything because my last item I got for free. Make sure you go watch that video if you haven't already. So my total profit after cost of goods is $367. Not bad. bad. Actually, I'm really happy with that. I feel like for the amount of work that I put into that, it was really worth it. And I've actually been keeping really thorough track of how much time I put into this, at least for my first week I did. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see that video. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.